Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you something, YouTube. Y'all do not know real pain. Y'all don't know real pain until you record a 35-minute fucking banger of a video on silent. Y'all don't know real pain until that happens to you, bro. Oh my fucking Lord. I'm gonna have to go through all this again. You know what? Is what it is, man. Life hands us fucking bullshit cards. We just gotta play the hand we're dealt. So we're going back to it, man. All right. Well, this would have been a lot better the first time around, but anyways, so we're gonna explain the trades that we had broken down. If you follow me on any of my socials, Instagram, on X, on Facebook, on whatever else, you'll see the trade that I had posted, but we'll go ahead and just mark it out. So we had this trade broken down here in Discord. Okay. Trade ran perfectly to target on Bitcoin, on Ethereum, and XRP is currently still working. Right? XRP is currently still working. Golly, man, this is so frustrating, but whatever. It is what it is. Okay, so let's just go ahead and break it down. So on the daily time frame, you can see. Now, if you go back and watch my video from last week, I believe it was on Friday that I recorded it. It's either Thursday or Friday. I think it actually was Thursday because on Thursday we were here, right? I told y'all in that video, this is not the place to go chasing shorts. This is not the place to go chasing shorts here. Okay? Why? We had swept all relevant liquidity. We're approaching a major area of support. And this is what, if you want to call it banks, if you want to call it institutions, market makers, whatever the fuck you want to call it, this is where they induce you, right? Because most people are going to start piling in short at this level, expecting that we're going to come down and retest, 94,000, 95,000. Now, I said it wasn't out of the picture that we did that, but in order for that to happen, just like anything else, we need to wait for this daily candle to close, and the next daily candle was going to have to break this candle's low in order to continue lower. If we didn't break this candle's low, I thought we were going to get either some consolidation to happen before a move up. And I said a V recovery would be the most, it would catch the most people off guard, but would make the most sense in this situation. And the V recovery is exactly what we got. Okay? We created support here on lower time frames, and then we never looked back. All right, and now we're running into resistance. Now, again, I'll say this is not the area where you want to go looking for longs. Okay, and we'll get down in the lower time frames. I'll show you why. But main reason, we're running into some resistance here that led to a breakdown, right? And then we have a major resistance, which is the new all-time high at 111,980 sitting just above here. Okay? So in order for us to get long, at this point, there's a couple of different things that need to happen. All right, so we'll talk about it. So on the 4 hour, the reason that we took this long here was because we had obviously had a very strong candle in London session that broke all of these resistances, had a really strong close, and then we consolidated, created a bearish candle. Now, the reasoning was that if we break this bearish candle's high, we should have room to move all the way up to the next area of major resistance. I chose 110,000 as a psychological number. And sure enough, we plowed right into it. 110,500, and then we rejected off nicely. Okay? So now, if you miss this move, What do you want to see? I'll tell you what I want to see. What I want to see happen is we get some either resistance to form here. And if we're going to continue bullish, the following candle after resistance forms should break that bearish candle's high. And then we can continue moving up into 112,000, right? Come and fill this gap above here now. It's about a 2% gap. And then if we're going to continue moving higher than that, we should close above 112,000. If we close above 112,000, we open the door for price discovery, which could lead us much higher. Okay? Or if we're going to go short, what we'd want to see is resistance form, then the next candle to wick up without breaking this high, and then come and break below this candle's low, and then we can continue moving lower. Right? Maybe into the support area here, maybe somewhere into here. Who knows? Okay? Now, personally, what I would like to see is, again, if we're going to move higher, I'd like to see us consolidate this level and then break higher. If we come down here, I want to see some support formed on lower time frame, and then candles break highs and continue pushing up towards this high and potentially up to 112,000, if not higher than that. Okay? It is imperative that you wait for structure to develop. You want to see market structure develop on lower time frames and then expect higher time frame candles to push in your direction. Okay? So if we drop down onto the 1 hour, see on the 1 hour here, we are forming resistance now, right? We are unable to close above this high. We're forming resistance. We have a run of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We had 9 bullish candles in a row print. What are the odds that the 10th candle is going to continue moving higher? Not very high, right? Not only that, but we have 45 minutes until the new daily candle starts. And just like as if we were watching this on lower time frame, the new daily candle is going to have to create a wick lower, right? Now, whether it wicks like this and then just continues to eat up shorts and move higher, who knows? I would love to see that happen. But one thing we don't want to do is jump the gun, get preemptive, and take a trade at this point, not knowing whether we have confirmation to move higher or not. Okay? But what we do have at this point is we have a range of about almost 3% towards 107,000. That price could potentially fill. Okay? Now, with this being such a strong uptrend and we're approaching all-time highs, I would like to see price move down again and create support on lower time frames before we get a move higher up into this area. Okay? Cool. Bitcoin has been very, very, very giving in its price structure. It's been very giving. When it creates the structures that you want to see, it goes in the direction that it's supposed to go. Okay? So, it's all about just waiting for price to develop the way you want to see it. All right? Now, I'm not going to take too much time because I've already gone over all of this once. I've already done all the explanation, but should be pretty simple. We're forming resistance, but we are in an uptrend. You don't want to go against the trend. And if you are going to trade against the trend, you need to be in and out, scalping, quick. If you're going to take a short, you need to know what you want to see from the short. Get in, get out. For me personally, it will be easier to see price create resistance. You know, maybe we get another candle down, something like this. Maybe the next one is a little doji candle that, you know, kind of creates a wick lower. And then the next candle after that be a bullish candle. Break this high and you have a trigger to go long. Okay? And that's trading with the trend. The trend is your friend. It's a well-known moniker and not a very well-followed one. The trend is your friend. Wait for structure to develop on lower time frame that will allow you to align with higher time frame trend and then take the trade. Okay? Cool. Again, that's why we took this trade here on Bitcoin. We had the move higher. We had resistance formed. Now, I didn't take this move here because it was a little bit weak. It was a pretty long wick. This candle formed a low or a very weak body. The following candle formed a weak body. As price broke above this resistance, into the trade. Okay, very simple. All right, so let's go on to ETH. Again, ETH is very similar sentiment. Now, the thing I love about ETH right now is just like I was telling y'all last week, ETH has been trading within this range for 30 days. When we were down here at this area, I told y'all, do not go looking for shorts here at the bottom of a consolidation range. We could not go short until ETH broke and closed below these wick lows at 23.22. That would then signal that ETH is looking to come lower. Until that happened, you wanted to wait for support to develop, which it did here, and then you get in at the break of the support high. Okay? Now, the reason that we entered this trade, obviously, Sunday's daily candle formed resistance. And as we broke above resistance highs, then we have a clean run all the way up to 26.75 and potentially all the way up to the top of the range at 27.70. Now, if we can get price to the next daily candle to wick down and then break above these highs, we have a lot higher potential for price to continue pushing up into resistance. And if we break above these highs here, our next area of interest is up around 3,000. Okay? What we don't want to do is go chasing this move and entering longs right here without confirmation and after price has already traded up nearly 7%, nearly 8%. Okay, we're up almost 8% from Sunday's low and from the low created overnight on Monday. Monday came and swept Sunday's low, reversed, broke Sunday's high, continued moving higher. Now we're up 8%. You don't want to go chasing price as it is up 8%. You want to enter when price is coming down. As price comes down and starts to form support, then you enter. Okay? You don't enter after the move has already happened. You don't enter after an 8% move. You enter after a 2 or 3% pullback and support develops. All right? So we have support created here on the daily. We're approaching higher time frame resistance. Now we need to wait to see whether we're going to reject this level here or whether we're going to consolidate and break higher. Simple and easy, because above here we have a clean 3.5% range and clean candles. All right, very, very simple. Keep it as simple as possible. With the volatility of crypto, you don't need to rush. Patience pays in this game always, period. Patience pays. Just be patient, wait for PA to develop the way you want to see it develop, which for me would be creating some sort of resistance, followed by some sort of support, that breaks resistance highs, and then the next candle can continue pushing up. That's it. That's all you want to see. Make it really easy. Okay? And if you can envision what you want to see, and as it's happening, you execute on it, that is all that you can ask for as a trader. You envision what price action should look like. When price action develops the way you envision it, execute on the trade. There's nothing more to it than that. Okay? This is not what you want to see if you're looking to enter long now. At this point, the move has already happened. You're already too late to the move. You've missed the move, and that's okay. Now you wait for the next one to develop. All right? Cool. Let's go ahead and get to XRP and make this quick, and we're going to get up out of here. Now, again, XRP is developing exactly the way that I wanted to see it to develop. Another one where we broke down, but we could not close below support. Then we couldn't break support candle, or we couldn't break the bearish candle lows, and we formed support here. Now, you could have got in at this area, but you know, as it's the weekend, so you know you're taking a risk at that point, which in my opinion is not worth it. Sunday's candle developed. Cool. Did what it did. We entered as price broke above this resistance candle's high. As it broke above this resistance candle's high, you entered. And I'm expecting at minimum 236 to be tested. And if we can get price to consolidate above here, we have a clean run of candles above 236 straight to 247 into the 250 area. It's a 5% move. Okay? Cool. Just be mindful of the fact that we are having, again, the new daily candle will start in 30 minutes. So you are likely to get some sort of pullback, and you want to see some support develop. As support develops, then you could take the trade. And then if we get up here, great. Move up higher, close, fill this gap. Excellent. Okay? That's all you want to do. That's all you want to do. But the time to enter this trade is not here. It's either at a break above this high, after price creates a wick down, either a break above this high, or it was down here. Or it's a rejection to form, right? Maybe the next one goes like a little doji that creates a wick. You know, you create a longer wick. And then the next candle should wick down and break above this candle's high and then you can take the trade higher. Up towards this area of resistance. This area of resistance, which rejected once, twice, 3 times before breaking down. So this is going to be a high area of heavy resistance. But if we can get here and consolidate and then break above, that's going to be an explosive move. An explosive, easy move, which is exactly what we want to see as traders. Okay? Until any of those scenarios happens, you just sit on your hands and do fucking nothing and wait for price to develop in a way that you want to see it develop. Don't be a dipshit and start chasing price because you think we're in up only. Because we could easily get up here and come way back down here. Right? Just don't be a dumbass. Wait for price to develop the way you want to see it, period. All right? Cool. I'm not going to hold y'all too long. I don't want to take too much longer on this. It's already my second time going over this, which again, is my fault. But the principles should be very clear right now. Right? We're getting very close to really easy bull tard mode. Turn your brain off. Wait for a couple red candles to develop and go long. We're just not quite there yet. So still, you got to be strategic. You have got to manage your risk accordingly. And most of all, envision what you want to see. When it develops on the chart, execute. Execute your plan, period. If you get stopped out or you lose a trade, oh well. As long as you are following and executing your plan, that's all that you can do. You cannot expect to have a 100% hit rate. You cannot expect to have a trade go in your favor with 0 drawdown. If you're fortunate enough to get a trade that goes 0 drawdown, that's awesome, but that's not going to happen very often. Okay? All that you can do, have a plan, wait for that plan to develop, execute on said development, and close your trade. Okay? Cool. That's going to do it for me, guys. I hope that you took some good information out of this. If you are new to the channel, please do me a favor. Just hit a like button or hit the like button so we can get the video spread out to the masses, to those that are also trying to learn just like you. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already so that you never miss anything that we have coming for you. Turn on those notification bells. And until next time, I'm out. Peace, yo.